We protest peaceful, then the cops rock up, arrest us, while the media do their best to make us look evil. That's until the worldwide rally for freedom had a sequel. They see it's getting so big now, they're too scared to show it to the people. Yeah, the revolution won't be televised. Hidden hands too dirty to be sanitized. Front line in the fight and I have a mic. Thinking this a rhyme, think twice, it's a battle cry. Won't be satisfied till we victors, don't try. I won't take a bribe that you slip this. Say inside now, sorry that they picked him. Masonic ring sing as they rip him for the fingers. Fate lingers, time for the judgment. A world leader finally get to see you be above them. Days come and deceive is abundant. Jay-Z, Queen Bee, tell me where your buzz went. Enough said, yeah, save it for the boss. Putting down the pentagram, change it for the cross. A bit late, yeah, maybe not. There's a lot to explain without paying someone off though. That's for all your entertainers, all your politicians, selling at your neighbours. For the acres, plates from the waiters, counting out the papers, trying to enslave us. Two faces, their spell, I broke it. Bad stuff I done, don't promote it. Sympathy a show for those that don't know, but got none for those who know to go and condone it. Good and evil, we all have a choice. Don't tell me you don't have a voice. Yeah, they're watching, I ain't even paranoid. I'm putting up a fight here, God yelling at a boy. I just look at what the facts prove. You think that normal will be back soon? Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if that's truth then I have to. Now I'm making moves and I've never been more proud. That's just another brick in the wall, we had a fallout. Couple more and the whole wall fold, and the Masons are made and they're calling you all out. It's true man, it's all a show with the presidents. You got Jackson, Johnson, Jefferson, Ford, Washington, Roosevelt, the evidence. Many more than those have held the White House residence since the Renaissance, a Knights Templar. They've been pulling strings and control legal tender. My friends, these things to remember. A Freemason got called Holy Roman Emperor. King George, Prince Edward and William, to the Rothschilds who stockpile trillions. Wage war, making money, killing millions. They're the generals, we're the soldiers, civilians. J. Brand, Churchill, they're the chief to the PM. Decide what you see in the museum. The Smithsonian, the mask, they started that. You control the past if you control the artifacts. Under oath to keep the wisdom hidden. We live how they want us to be living. They're all the inventors like Franklin, I ain't even kidding. Yeah, they hold back the tech and we get what we're given like Chrysler, Henry Ford and the Chevy. Yeah, they gave us cars but they control the petty. And what you eat like Kellogg's and the KFC, Wendy's to Macy's and JC Penney. They invented all the time zones and the A-bomb. Tell me that alone ain't enough to leave your mind blown. From the Hoover to the computer, and Wozniak who founded Apple gave you iPhones. From the Colt 45 to the razor, your shaver, son the guillotine, what they gave ya. World problems, another thing they made up to come back later and claim to be your savior. Your behaviour, how they want it this week. See the TV stream that they drip feed the Universal since the 20th century. I want a bro to take the Mickey like Disney. Jesse Jackson, Buffalo Bill, Richard Pryor, John Wayne, none of them real. Mel Blanc, Clark A. Bill, what's the deal? All the so-called kings of the film. Remember that Nat King Cole, Duke Ellington, both are Oscar Wilde and even Alexander Pope. There's so many that you know like Kova, even to the late Beethoven and Mozart, Shaq, Pippin, household names. James Naismith who invented the game. Then Sugar Ray and J. Edgar Hoover in the FBI, direct the first maneuver, the architect of Rushmore, Eiffel Tower, the White House, Statue of Liberty and much more. Astronauts like Buzz in the course, Edmund Hillary, the first man on Everest to Concorde. Red Cross, YMCA, from Manly P, Hall to Mark Twain, inventors of the plane, the likes of Velvet Park and Nadini. Another Mason tried to see me, now to bring it back home. We got Charles Brownlow, Don Bradman, George Coles, James Bogues, inventor of the frog, Fred Lowe, Marlowe, Peter's ice cream, Vegemite, everything they own. Ain't it a little weird? All these politicians, kings, emperors, explorers, inventors, the ones who have shaped the way society is today, from the layout of the street to what you eat and what you see on TV, they all have one thing in common. They're in that big club that you and I aren't in. They're Freemasons. And they've all taken an oath to secrecy.